everyone, and welcome to RNS Life After 55. Our Senville is not operating as it should, so I called them, and this unit's 4 years old, and we put it in here used. It gets plenty cold. It's just not blowing hard enough on the inside, and we've got it set down on 62, and on a very cool 74-degree day right now, the best we can get it down to is 66 inside. So it's not operating right. It doesn't feel like it's blowing hard enough on the inside. So I called Senville. They sent us the outdoor control panel, control board, and basically what we've done so far, we started taking the front off, but I don't think we needed to have done that. So it was just a matter of taking some screws off the top, and Rusty had to get a screwdriver and kind of pry the top off. It was very tight fitting. And they told us it would just be a matter of unplugging the old one and plugging the new one in. Senville's warranty, they charged me $30 to ship this part out. And we had it in about, I don't know, 7 to 9 days. I didn't really keep track of it that well, but I believe it shipped from Canada, so I'm not surprised. And we're in Oklahoma, so it took probably a little longer, maybe not much longer than California does to here, but maybe a little bit longer to get the part. If this fixes it, I'm okay with spending that $30 shipping, but there's also a control board, a control panel on the inside also. So, you know, I didn't realize there was 2 different ones, so I made the phone call. Rusty knew there was 2 different ones, one on the inside, one on the outside, but they sent us the outside and said that's probably where our issue is, or what he was sending me, the part would be probably where our issue is. So we'll see if this fixes it. We'll give it a day or whatever after it. He told me it was just pretty much unplug it, plug up the new one. It shouldn't be any soldering or anything like that, I hope. Rusty can probably tell us better now at this point. And I can't, it's hard to see my phone screen because it is bright out here even though it's cloudy. We'll see if this fixes it. We'll let you guys know. If not, we'll be calling them back and telling them, okay, plan A didn't work. Now what's plan B? But we're hoping, crossing our fingers, this will work. He did tell me, however, that once we had to completely unplug the unit, we pulled the top off, and now he's got that one not unhooked, but he's got it kind of pulled out there, as you can probably see, I hope. And he did say that the Senville tech man said that once we hook all this back up, it will take 1.5 to 2 hours before the unit will kick itself back on. It has to reset the new control panel. So that's really about all he told us about the new one. And he just kept saying it was a very easy install. So we'll let you guys know how easy of an install, because Rusty has put in, I believe now, 14 of these mini split units, new ones in homes and stuff. So if it's not easy for him, it won't be easy for probably just anybody, but they say it is. Oh, and the front cover now is coming off. He probably has to take that off to get down to some of the extra wires.
Right there.
The capacitor. Oh.
And I don't want to be.
Oh, yeah, because that. Okay, and that is because, we'll show them what that is, because I've learned about that. Our central air unit went out this week, and we found out it was our, I call it the flux capacitor, like Back to the Future, but I've been told it's just the capacitor. But anyways, I always thought that was a made-up name on Back to the Future, but apparently it's a real thing. But those hold a charge, and according to my son and my husband, that charge will zap you really, really hard. So don't ever touch a capacitor at all. And yeah, it's not a good thing to touch a capacitor. But let me tell you, if that capacitor goes out, your central unit will shut itself down. We're in Oklahoma right now, where we actually had our 3 hottest days this past week when ours went down. So luckily we got it fixed pretty quick. Again, that has to recharge also, so it takes a little while for it to come back on too. So that's where we're at. And the capacitor, you probably, I don't know if you guys can see it. I can see it, but I'm not sure if the camera's catching it. But it's that round tube thing, and I only know that because I'm the one that saw it on our big unit out there. Okay, and Rusty has put in so many of these, but he's never changed one of these out. So he's doing the smartest thing anybody can do, and it's a good helpful tip, is take pictures as you go along. So you may think you'll remember where something goes, then you'll get to putting them back together and be like, oh, I forgot where that one goes or something. So he just wants some pictures to fall back on in case he's unsure about something. Is that correct, Russ?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing a voiceover here.
There he is. He's
Rusty has
unplugging everything.
throat cancer, as some of you probably already know. So he did get tired, and he did get it all put back together, and it was just a plug and go kind of thing. So I finished up and put the cover back on it. We have not turned the unit back on because I'm not comfortable doing that without getting Rusty's okay to go ahead and do that. And he's resting right now. But as soon as we do that, I'll let you guys know how that worked. Probably in another video, I'll probably go ahead and post this one and let you guys know later how well if that fixed our problem, or if I'm going to have to make another phone call to Senville. But kudos to Senville. Thanks for joining us.